Hey gang, it's Alesii and welcome back to my channel. This video follows on from my last one about flexible dieting and how to get started. So today I thought I'd show you how I personally use MyFitnessPal. And hopefully you'll gain some insight on how you can use the app a bit easier and stress-free. So again, flexible dieting is a great way to help achieve your goals more efficiently. You'll also develop a good mindset towards food and you'll have a bit more general knowledge about the actual foods you're eating too. You'll know how it makes you feel when you eat certain things. You'll have better understanding about portion control. You'll know what a true balanced meal can look like. And you'll learn the true calories of foods you eat, and they are still surprising to me. Alright, so here are my top tips to track correctly. My first tip to flexible dieting is to pre-plan what you're eating every single day. This basically means you must enter all of the food you're going to eat throughout the day, starting from breakfast all the way through dinner and dessert on MyFitnessPal or whatever app you use. You do this before you even cook or eat it. So I usually do it either the night before or when I wake up in the morning. Tracking macros on the fly is hard and detrimental to your goals. You have to have been tracking for quite a long time to be able to do that. So when you're first starting out, please pre-plan your meals. So to do this, you first need to decide how many meals you're going to eat in the day, whether it be 3, 4, 5, or even 6. Now, however many meals you've decided you're going to eat, every one of them is going to have protein, veggies, carbs, and fats in them. To make it even easier, just be really basic to begin with, and I'm talking like chicken, broccoli, rice, and some like hot sauce, like that basic. Then when you get comfortable using the app, you can start using the recipes and all of that sort of jazz. Okay, now you have your main meals sorted out, and then you can plan your snacks in and around those meals. I recommend doing it this way every time, planning your main meals then snacks. That way you're definitely hitting your macros with some nice wholesome foods, and then you have that little 20% of whatever you kind of want to keep you a bit sane. That's right, don't forget that little dollop of butter you use to cook your eggs or spread on your toast. Or even if you use a little splash of oil in the pan to cook some chicken, that counts too. Not saying you have to be religious about tracking oils and cooking butter and whatever you use. Just give yourself a little leeway in your macros so they're more accurate. As fats are very calorie dense food, and not tracking your cooking oils or butter could be just the thing that puts you out of a potential calorie deficit. So just be careful with that one. I've definitely made that mistake before. So. Okay, the only drink that I do not track is black coffee because it literally has next to nothing in it. But if you're in a comp prep, then you definitely would track your coffee. You kind of get what I'm saying there. But if you usually drink a pre-workout, energy drinks, soft drinks, whatever, just basically anything that isn't water, tea, or coffee, then you must track it. So make sure you get those scales out if you're pouring cream onto something, a little bit of milk, or even scan the barcode of that sugar-free Coke you just drank. Okay, this one just saves you time. Instead of having to search through all of the errors of MyFitnessPal and having to do Google searches, you can just like scan the barcode and it pops up like nearly straight away. Unless you eat something that is not very common, then it might not be in the system, but other than that. If you eat a bit more fresh and wholesome foods that don't come with barcodes, then you just might have to put that bit of extra work in and do a Google search before you just choose a random one in the app. Okay, this one's pretty important, and I'm basically saying to cook more at home and eat more home-cooked food. Because it's really hard to track things like sushi and wraps and salads or whatever you buy when you're out and about. And yes, don't avoid these foods because balance, but these are more of a sometimes food if you're serious about macro counting and goal crushing. Lastly, macro tracking only works if you have a proper macro and calorie goal that is easy for you to hit day in and day out. If you're saying things like, I'm hungry all the time, I can't eat all of this food, then something needs to be adjusted, whether it be the calorie goal or the macro split, because the body thrives off consistency, so you have to be able to hit these numbers day in and day out. And obviously macro tracking is always hard if you're in any sort of surplus or deficit. So I recommend starting with an even split to begin with till you get the hang of it. And then you can make changes when your body adapts and you get more in sync with how your body feels eating certain splits and different foods. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I shed a little bit more light on the macro matter. Till next time, bye!